Pretty good. What's up, bro?
You.
Yeah, Can you hear me pretty good? Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. How about you? Can you hear
All
me?
right, cool.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you hear me
Yeah,
good?
yeah, I got you. Yeah,
All right, cool. I got you.
get yourself centered. Yeah, everybody's waiting on. I said, I hope you show up. There are a few people in there,
Yeah, man.
but
I was up
I'm gonna
here
repeat.
eating. What's up?
Y'all know, yeah, you gotta get your meals in.
Yeah. I was just now eating. Had a big
Okay,
plate.
that's what's up.
I
I
finished
probably
perfect
gonna.
timing though.
Yeah, I know we all got things to do. Everybody that's watching, this is the top model Adonis. That's what you go by.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And just give everybody a little synopsis. Introduce yourself, tell you what you've been up to, what you're into. We'll probably repeat it at 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Like my man said, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm not pro yet, but I will be there. Definitely been killing it on the amateur circuit. I can definitely say that. I've been competing only about 2-3 years. I've been training all my life. I mean, my dad brought me up in the gym. And I'm a plumber. I do a lot, man. I'm a plumber. I'm in school for plumbing, get my master's. And do water conditioning. I'm also an entertainer, one of the best in the world, probably the best in the world. International rock star, man, travel all over the world doing what I do. New TV show out right now, Dancing Freaks. Every Monday night on Why You Here TV, you can catch that. But yeah, man, we working, we staying busy.
Is that TV show? Is that on the like under BET or what is it under? Like what network can you get on? Or what is it affiliated?
Yeah, so she got her own network. It's called Why You Here TV. So they can download that. I believe it's like $5.99 a month, or it's about $60 for the year.
Okay, you can watch that on TV, streaming, or phone, or what? How does that work?
Yep. It's TV, your streaming, your phone. What else? I think it was like Amazon or something else that's on there. I got a thing. I have majority of the information posted up on my page, so they can find it at any time, or they can always go to Why You Here TV Instagram page and check it out, or go to www.whyouheretv.us and check us out as well.
Okay, that's what's up. So everybody, once again, I'm just going to repeat my Mannys Fitnessfortress on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And I got with me the top model, Adonis. And I wanted to get into the journey that he took, to change his physicality. And you meet people from all walks of life that get into bodybuilding, stuff like that. And a lot of people have different paths they take through their journey. So first thing I want to ask you is, how did you actually get into bodybuilding? Because when I met you, I was at the Giant Fitness in Washington Township. It's
Yeah.
no longer there. And they rebuilt one in uh, Blackwood, Clementon.
Okay.
Clementon Road. It's a huge facility. It's huge. It's one level, but it's huge. So that's basically was a replacement for that one. But how did you get into bodybuilding at that time? Because when I met you there, I could see that you was, stacked and you was get on the
Yeah.
pro on a competition.
Yeah. So what got me into bodybuilding? Like I said, my dad got me into training when I was young. When I say young, I mean young. Like I was less than 10. When I first touched weights. Then when I was a child, I had a little water set and things like that. So fitness always been a part of my life. But I took it serious around like 5th grade. That's when I got in the gym, consistently, with a nice schedule with my dad and, a couple of my friends, they signed up to the gym because their parents seen how elite I was, in school. They like, I need to sign my kid up to do whatever he doing. You know what I mean? So, then from there, I got older, my physique definitely progressed, and everybody like, yo, what do? You a bodybuilder? You a bodybuilder? And I'm like, nah, not yet. I'm gonna do it one day. You know what I mean? So it kept turning to one day. And then I did a little competition on the male entertainment circuit, for like the best body. I won that, but I didn't really feel like I won anything. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to go get some real bodybuilders. You know what I mean? Let's see what's up. So I looked on the schedule. God opened up that date for me. That was the only date I had open only day I had available. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let's lock it in. Went ahead and just went for it. You know, it was one of them things that, you know, you keep procrastinating about. He's like, man, just sign up and do it. Once I got that date set and I paid that fee, dog, you know, it ain't no backing out now until you pay.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
confirmation that makes you got to put yourself in that mindset.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
lock in.
that's what's up. Yeah. So, how I'll say like at this point right now, how many shows you got under your belt? How many
Bodybuilding
shows
show,
you got?
have I
Yeah.
done?
How many have you
Let me
done?
see. I've probably done at least 5 to 6. You know, that includes like the Arnold Classic and the Olympia as well, amateur.
What was your best place in any of those shows?
In any of my shows,
Yeah.
my very first competition, I won everything. Everything you could possibly win. I won the overalls for bodybuilding, and I won the overalls for classic physique, and I won true novice as well. So I left that day with like 4 medals and two of the big boys, man.
That's what's up. Cause you definitely got that Anthony like Tony Freeman X-frame. I don't know if you remember him, Tony Freeman.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys that came up that was a threat to Ronnie Coleman. That super tiny waist, wide shoulders, and they used to call him the
Mm-hmm.
X-Man. Or you look like you got that kind of structure. So how demanding is like for male entertainment? I'm pretty sure working out is very necessary to help maintain your stamina and dancing and stuff like that. How relevant is that, or how important is that to your entertainment? Endurance and all that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's always important to look good. You know, that's always important. You know, you look good, you feel good, you play good, and that's with anything.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So, definitely, it's important to stay fit. I care more about the bodybuilding than I do the entertainment circuit. You know what I mean? Bodybuilding, I love to do. Like that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know, so I don't really be caring too much if I lose a couple
okay.
abs, but you know, at the same time, when I have certain shows, it's like, all right, let me just cut back on a little carb this night. You know what I mean? And then carb load before the show or something, you know. So it's important, you know, but me personally, like, I've been conditioned, you know, so I don't have to worry about too much. But I just focus on getting big, you know. The bigger the better, man.
So you still got the same mobility though, even if your weight fluctuates.
Yep,
You know,
100%.
okay. 'Cause I seen a couple clips you put up on your stories. And I'm like, damn, this shit look like Queens, all the Queens men and shit.
Yeah,
The
yo, shout out to some of my homies, man. A lot of my homies on that show. Majority of the
yeah,
cast. Yeah.
yeah. They beginning, they got a good mixture of the gangster, the cartel life, and the entertainment. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
my ex girl love watching this shit,
Hey
But
man.
hey,
Hey man, that be the life,
yeah.
dog. That be the life, you know.
I'm
We
like,
be
they
living.
get money.
Oh yeah.
So on the other question I want to ask you, how important do you think your nutrition is to both? Like you said, you got to know when to back off of carbs. You got to know when to hydrate more,
Mhm.
and like your main sources of protein. What would that be for you?
Yeah, I mean it's extremely important. You know, the nutrition is everything. Like I tell my homies every day, you can train all you want, but if you're not eating, that's 90% of it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
That's
can't.
90% of it. Yeah, that was my biggest issue. You know, because I've been training all my life, but I haven't really started putting on size until my boy was like, "Yo, lock in your schedule on what days. You know what I mean? What time you gonna eat, and when that alarm go off, you eat." You know, at first it was hard, but after a while, it was like, "Oh, I already know that timer about to go off because my stomach. You know what I mean? I could feel it." You know, so
Yeah,
it's
you.
definitely important. Yeah, you always want to get your meals in. That's number one. Even if you don't make it to the gym, make sure you eat the way you need to eat. You know, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's how. Definitely, because when you get your body conditioned to eating a certain, receiving food at a certain time of day, it's consistently. And like I tell people all the time too, I said the training, the lifestyle is basically a triangle. It's
Yeah.
basically a triangle. I said you got your training, your nutrition, and your recovery. I said
Yeah.
if one of those is lacking, if you augment the other two, you can still maintain like growth. You can still keep growing. But if you
Absolutely.
have two sides of that triangle that fall off, then you'll be in a deficit. But your recovery with your sleep, your supplementation, your training, and just recovery. You got to get that sleep, and that's one thing that. So last year that I definitely rehash in my mind because I was working like crazy, going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to do content. But you got to
I
get
be
that
doing that.
rest.
Yeah,
You got to get
yeah.
that rest. That's one of my fatal flaws is rest. So I notice when I get the proper rest, everything's firing on all cylinders.
Uh huh.
So,
Yeah, and that's
so
that's real important. The rest is just as important as your dieting and stuff like that. And that's something I'm
yeah.
learning too. You grow when you rest. You honestly do.
And speaking of diet, it kind of frustrates me when people start complaining about food and about buying food. Like, well, because I eat organic as much as possible, and that
Okay.
makes a difference. It does make a difference because you're introducing toxins in your body and whatever gluten, herbicides and all that stuff. And I said, people walk around here with $300 Jordans,
Yeah.
driving $70,000 Audis and BMWs
Yeah.
and Mercedes. Louis Vuitton this, they got March, but they complaining about spending, $5 for this or getting your food should be your biggest investment if you're concerned
Exactly.
about your body
Yeah. That's your
more
health.
than clothes, more than entertainment, more than like physical material things. That's a big thing going on. People cutting back. I literally ran into a guy at a grocery store who was in the water aisle. He was grabbing some stuff that was, I get Mount Valley spring water, Evian, stuff like that. I'll
Yeah.
cook with Poland Springs. I do not
Okay.
cook with tap water. I cook with Poland Springs because it's so cheap, but it's still spring water. And dude
Right.
was like, "Yeah, I know. I got a family, man. Times is hard." And I kind of feel for people, but I don't cut corners on my water because that's the most important element that we got,
Yeah.
especially for bodybuilding. You know, I put the best water in my body. Something I do
Yeah.
do.
Spring water.
So,
Spring water.
yeah,
Everybody think the purified, but the purified actually remove the minerals that you need.
that,
You know what I
thank
mean?
you.
That
People don't
that
know that. Yup.
Yeah, that's why honestly, because I do water as well for a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I tell people all that all the time when they want reverse osmosis or the alkaline water. You know what I'm saying? When you want that, it's removing the minerals and
Yeah.
things that you
Yeah.
need. That's why you can't water plants with it because
It's
they
fake.
die.
It's fake marketing. Just like they got enriched bread, it sounds like that it's augmented and has a lot of stuff, but they remove stuff and put back in low quality synthetic vitamins. It's like the purified water. People looked at that when it first came out and said, "Oh, purified, this is clean." I said, "No." And I tell people also, it's run through reverse osmosis. They remove all the minerals and don't even hydrate you. I
Yep.
said, you look on the back of a Evian bottle, Fiji, Mountain Valley spring water, Icelandic. They all have a chart. It says magnesium, calcium, silica, sodium. It tells you the real minerals that come with the water. And
Yeah.
also, you got they'll actually tell you the pH balance. Like it should be,
Hmm.
water should be 7.2 on up to like 8.8.
Right. Right.
Seven, yeah, yeah. Seven is like basic is neutral. Anything below that is acidic. A
Yep.
lot of people don't know that. Don't know that.
Yep.
So,
A lot of people got
but
that
yeah,
in their
man.
houses. You don't know. You know what I mean? They can tell by their house fixtures. If you got blue green staining around your fixtures and things like that, or if you got copper
Oh
in your
yeah,
house, that's blue green. That's that pH. That's that hard
yeah,
water in the city.
yeah. I even got a shower filter on. Man. I be trying to tell all my people, listen, go to Amazon, pick up one for 30, $40 the last 6 months or a year, and get
Yeah.
all that hard water out. Stop, pushing it, like loading like all kinds of condiments and chloride, heavy metals on your skin. But even for your girls, they want to soak in the tub. They got ones for bathtubs too. You got to
Yeah.
get those filters because water is one of the most poisonous things nowadays. The way they got it coming out through the
Yeah.
municipal system.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't know that. And for the women, they definitely love the alkaline water. Because it makes you smooth. You know what I mean? Your hair
yeah,
and everything, all that make you feel good. So you can know the difference.
absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely know the difference.
So, what's your goals coming up on the future as far as competition and entertainment in the like next 2 years?
Hey man, my goals is just to keep going right now. So uh I've been working with Mr. Christopher Lewis, also known as Psycho. That's my coach. So
Oh yeah, oh shit, Psycho.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my
man.
dude, he took Mike Rashid and the big boy and them a couple years ago through it. Him and Mac Truck, he took
Oh
them
yeah,
through
he
a
the
crazy
GOAT, man.
workout.
He
Yeah,
definitely the GOAT. I knew who to
that
go.
Dexter Jackson don't like him though. Dexter Jackson, Dexter Jackson said he'll mess your work. Yeah, but I know him and Dexter tried him after taking off from Charles Glass for a while, but everybody
Uh-huh.
else I heard from they got good things to say about it. He got very unorthodox, unique movements that hit
Yeah,
certain body parts in a different way. Exactly, I
yeah,
seen it.
yep. Just off of like, when we started working together and things like that, and the program he gave me, I already knew I was going to see a difference because I was already doing things that I don't normally do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So once I started seeing it come through, I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, me being a bodybuilder, I know I could just look at that movement and tell what body part's working. So
Exactly.
we had the dudes on the end of the Smith machine on the outside pushing up like this for front delts. It was Big Rob was on that. Michael C. Boy Big Rob, and they was taxed. So I know
Yeah,
it worked. I could see their face.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to Psycho Fitness,
Yeah.
man. That's my
Yeah.
dog. That's the
Shout out
goat.
to you, man. Everybody
Yeah,
can't get him. Everybody can't get
yeah.
his time. So that
Nah,
means
not
he
at all.
definitely must see something in you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
But
man.
I'm
You
definitely
got to
looking.
invest, like you said, you got to invest in yourself. If
Yeah.
that's what you want to do, and people buying this and people buying that, and this other stuff, invest in yourself. And it's, like I
Yeah.
said, bodybuilding is something I love and I'm passionate about. So I want to have all the success I can possibly have with it. So right now, like I said, my goals is just to build, keep growing. As far as my shows and everything, it's not going to stop that. Although I did realize like this past weekend, I'm like, damn, I ain't as ripped as I was, but I was cool because I was still up to like 230, and I'm abs. So I'm like, I'm all right with that. You know what I
That's
mean?
good.
Yeah,
Then it's solid muscle too.
yeah,
Two
yeah.
thirty.
And being able to still move and have the flexibility, that's a big one. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just plan on growing. I also plan on being this how you doing, being more consistent with what I got going on as far as my streaming, my YouTube, and things like that. Cause I took a lot of times off when it came to my competition. I put everything on the back burner. You know what I mean? Like I ain't
Yeah.
have time to be in the gym, setting the camera here, moving it here. No, I'm just trying to breathe and get through. You know what I mean? I was going hard. So now
I
that I do
know
got a little time, what happened?
you might have to bring somebody with you when you start your prep again, because that's I know one thing about YouTube. What makes that different than all the other platforms?
Yeah,
It's not like a scrolling gossip type of custom where that Instagram also has other stuff. YouTube is basically an entertainment and a how to do. And
right,
it's long form content is it, and 5 minutes to 55 minutes long form. And
right.
one of my
Okay.
boys had a friend or his girl bring the camera in and just screen. He recorded his whole prep, every exercise of his whole prep, and that's
Yeah,
content right there. He brought his girlfriend. It don't gotta be perfect. When you get home, you can edit it, and that shit. YouTube rewards you. I know that
yeah.
more. Like it rewards you for consistency. You
Yeah,
take
I
like
got somebody now that I'll be bringing with me and stuff like that. So I'm prepared now.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But at the time, I didn't even have time to look for somebody. It's like it's time to rock and roll. Like
yeah,
let's go. You know what I mean? But yeah, now you definitely
yeah.
right. You definitely right. When I
They
met you, you were
reward
doing
you.
your thing. You know what I mean? You was in there, YouTube and it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting your footage.
Yeah, I just shot. I shot 3 girls this year so far. With some workouts, and I got workouts from last year. I haven't even edited yet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put up that we shot at. And yeah, to get a chance, we show them that at Wolf Fitness in Mullica Hill. Check that gym out.
yeah,
They got
yeah. I looked at it. I did some research because I work over in that way sometimes.
yeah, they got the promo up for the Mullica for the sewer one, but I'm talking about the one in Mullica Hill. They
Yeah,
got
it's like
Arsenal
near that
equipment in
plaza.
there.
It's near
Yeah,
that big plaza.
they got Arsenal equipment in there. They got Rogue. They got some good ass equipment in there for bodybuilding, powerlifting, everything. They
Yeah.
got machines I never seen. They got a back machine there. I never seen this plate loaded. I've never seen it nowhere
Wow.
else. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check them out because I
yeah,
said that coworker of mine, shout out to Earl, we always talking about it and stuff like that. So I definitely should go over there check it out, get a little day pass or something, play around.
yeah. You're like yeah, because we was doing back that day, so we got access to. But just the whole setup is dope. The whole setup.
Mhm.
I think they might have Panada equipment in there too. I'm sure they might have Panada,
I
but
know
it's
I see
definitely a lot.
they be having a couple of events over there and stuff like that. Like they bring some pros
Yeah,
over there. I seen that. I did see that.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
Well,
them out.
But look, man, I definitely tell you when I seen you in Giant Fitness, you definitely inspired me when I first saw you there because you could tell when somebody's about it, even if they
Yeah,
got their jacket on, the energy, the focus. I said, this guy, he after getting after it, and I like to see that. I want to bring back that. When I was real little, I see that '80s that vibe in the gym that seemed like is gone now. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
your cell phone out, you need to be shooting content, not talking to your girlfriend, holding up benches and stuff like that. It
Yeah,
don't seem like
yeah.
that hardcore vibe,
Yeah, definitely appreciate that. Yeah, definitely
So,
appreciate that. Yeah, nah,
yeah,
exactly. You ain't there to work. You ain't there to talk. You ain't
yeah,
there to play around. Like, we here to work.
yeah. Especially on a back day or a leg day. If you ain't breathing that halfway hard, you ain't did nothing. You haven't done no work,
Uh-huh. Yep. You
So,
laughing, playing around, got time to do a little side conversation stuff, man. Like, that's
yeah,
why most of the time, I train alone. I train
yeah,
alone. 'Cause I need to lock in. I need to focus. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want no distractions. I want to be locked in, you know?
yeah.
I need my
But
workout to be intense.
when I seen the first time I seen some clips you put up, posing or whatever, after I met you in Black well, Washington Township, I said, damn, I think you got the structure, man. There's a lot of people, like I said, that blame drugs for this, drugs for that, or say, oh, he got it because of this, but you
Right.
can't change your structure. Like whatever,
Mm-hmm.
steroids, they don't change your bone structure. You got a
Right.
small waist, you got wide shoulders, you got flaring quads. That's genetic, and then it's how hard you work to
Yep.
advance that. You look at people like Rich Kaspari, um,
Mm-hmm.
all the people that had terrible, messed up structures. You can, train as hard as you want, but
Yeah.
if you got like several body parts, you can like just
Your
maximize
legs
them.
is gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love to see people training hard, man. Like I look at people all the time, like Paul Gillette, that trained very light, but he was a freaking
Mm-hmm.
genetic freak, And I
Crazy.
always say, damn, what if he trained like Dorian or Ronnie? What if,
Yeah.
you know? But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love to
I
do that.
couldn't
We got to get back.
imagine.
Like,
Couldn't
and people used to
imagine.
say that. They used to say that. They said, what if you put Dorian or Ronnie Coleman's brain inside Paul Gillette's body?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
hey, they say work smarter, not harder, I guess, but
Yeah, that's right. He had no injuries. I gotta say that he had no
there you
injuries.
go. He must work smarter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because that's what it's about sometimes. You ain't got to always throw up 400, 500 pounds. You know what I mean? You can hit
yeah,
275 for a few times. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You ain't got to do the extra stuff because I don't do the extra stuff. People are like, yo, how much you bench? How much I'm a bodybuilder. I'm not a power lifter.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
This shit work, but it
yeah.
ain't, you know what I mean? Made for all that.
I'm in a rep game. I see Simeon Panda working out with Mike, and Simeon Panda would literally start out warming up with 35-pound dumbbells on the dumbbell bench. Then he would
Yeah.
move up to the 150s, whatever. But he would start out with 35 pounds and warm up, and people don't understand how important that is.
Yeah, you
It
got to
ain't
wake it
about
up.
yeah, longevity. Well,
Even when I do like
yeah,
triceps, one of the things I do is like, before I start doing them, I'll just do some dips, 3 sets to like
okay,
failure or something like that. You know what I mean? Just getting that motion going. Good
yeah,
form, down, up. You
yeah.
know.
I feel it. I need to do more weighted dips too, because they used to tax my tricep even more than push downs. Because of
Mm-hmm.
course you got the straight up and down angle. You want to stretch your triceps more. You lean over more. You want to involve your chest. But
Yep.
I definitely dips. That used to be one of my staples. That overhead dumbbell presses and skull crushers.
Mm-hmm.
Skull
Skull
crushers.
crushers, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I used to do skull crushers with the long bar.
Yeah.
Long
Yep.
bar. I know the grip's not ideal, but then I would go to the Cambridge bar for like the last 2 sets. And man, they blew my triceps up.
Yeah, you
That's what's my
definitely feel it
arm.
more. And it is a major difference between this and that.
Yeah.
It's a
Yep.
difference. You know what I mean?
Yep.
People don't know it's the
Yep.
slightest little movement can make a difference. You'll feel it.
I know that Michael Shee talked about that, like grips and like neutral grip exercise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're coming off a bicep injury or something, like it's best to do a hammer curl, like type of movement until you can supinate it with no, but
Mm-hmm.
knock on wood, I ain't had no bicep injuries, but it's that's a lot of I like training heavy, but I like warming up and moving up to that weight. A lot of
Right.
my exercise I like doing with a lot of other guys I see they like dumbbell flies. They'll go from 15s up to 35 or 40s, come back down, and the pump is insane. I like doing that type of stuff too.
Yeah, burn it out a
So
little bit.
yeah,
Cause that's the
yeah,
same thing. You're still getting the same results. You know what I mean? You're just not putting all that wear and tear on your muscles.
yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
The
Yeah.
blood flow is insane coming back down too. Even if you're doing
Oh
up
yeah.
and squat, drop set, and barbell squats, it's crazy.
Boy, them
Coming,
15s feel like 50s.
yeah, coming back down. Like, so if you're going 315, 225, 135 squats, it's
Yep.
insane coming back down. But the
Yeah.
pump is unreal.
Yep.
I'm gonna start doing more of that,
And then
definitely.
squeeze between your sets.
Yeah,
Squeeze them
yeah.
muscles. Tell you.
I just I just added some recently, like something I used to do, put a little tweak on it. But now when I've trained legs, when I'm on barbell squats, I do
Yeah.
a set of leg stitches in between each set of barbell squats.
Okay.
Yeah, and I squeeze it like you said, hold it top, bam, hit
Jeez.
225, do the same thing, 15 reps, 225, come back, one set of leg extensions, squeeze it, back 315, squeeze it, and then I come back down. Same thing. I'm telling you, you do that,
How many
you got
sets of
three
that are
sets.
you doing?
So you do 135 squats, okay, then 225,
Okay.
315, all right, and then do a set of leg extensions in between both of them. That's five sets total. Then I might go up one more set to 340 for like two or three. Then do a leg extension, come back down 315, barbell squats, leg extension, come back down 225. I'm not getting 15 this time, obviously. Leg
Yeah.
extension, come back down 135. I'm telling you, that 135, I feel like 315.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
I
telling
love
you,
it.
try that shit one time. I'm telling you, you won't even do no other leg
Your legs,
quad.
I already know how it's
Yeah,
gonna feel. I can feel it over here. It's gonna be like
yeah,
just so
yeah. Then I
yeah.
just go to stiff-legged deadlifts and see the leg curls. And
Get the
that's
hammies
it.
going.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
man,
can work
that's
on. I gotta digging them hammies, man. That's what I gotta work on.
they said, yeah, you can't win. You ain't going nowhere if you ain't got no wheels. And a
Yeah.
lot of people wait way too late. They don't go in hard on the hamstrings. I do, because you need to feel that muscle out in the back. So when you do side chest poses, everything look even.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what really
so
make it. Yeah.
I know a lot of guys got their upper body, side chest, side tricep. They got the quad sweep. They ain't got nothing back here, and it look weird.
hmm
You know, so that's
Yeah,
one
my
thing I
coach
definitely want.
just got mine popping a little bit, man. You know, I've been working on them. I've definitely been working on them.
You remember the dude from Philly, Al Q Gurley, back in the day?
What's his
Al Q
name?
Gurley, Al Q Gurley. Had the flat top like Sean Ray
Oh
from
yeah,
Philly.
yeah,
He used to train hamstrings 4 times a week, he said. Once with his quads, and the other three workouts was like just standalone,
mm,
the hamstrings. He said just because. He claimed he was all natural, but he did hamstrings because he said people under it don't give him enough attention. And he had
yeah.
some of the best hamstrings out of all the pros.
I bet three
So
times a week. I mean,
yeah,
it better be
yeah.
the best.
And he said he had enough recovery time too. So once with legs, and then the other 2 times by themselves, or
Yeah.
with biceps or whatever. But that's the kind of stuff that helped me grow, just in implementing other people's techniques, different
hmm
stuffs that I knew that can make me grow, help me grow. But I'm on a comeback show now. I got to get my body right because it's so important for marketing for everything, dance,
Yeah.
entertainment, dancing,
Yeah.
modeling, all that. You got to be
Everything.
marketable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Um, but
Somebody
listen,
asked how
man.
long I've been training. All my life, man. All my life.
Okay.
It's a youngin.
Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle. I
Oh yeah.
had a tight physique at 16. I went to my first bodybuilding contest in the Pittman Theater, the Teenage New Jersey, USA, and I placed second in that joint. And
Dang.
I was bit from that. So that was a bug. Bit me. I was on after that. Just that's all I
Yeah.
wanted to do was eat, sleep, and train.
Yeah. That was me after my first one.
Uh,
You know, but me, I definitely had a reality check. You know, like I said, my first competition I came in, that was the Steve Stone Metropolitan. I came through, I won everything, wiped the whole show out, you know, champion. Then I was like, all right, let's go pro. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next one. So that's when I did the one for my the for the national qualifier or whatever. And
okay.
yeah, they didn't even know I was in the building, dog. They didn't even know I was in the
Yeah.
building. It's definitely a difference. You know what I mean? Like that's why I tell people, you know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
Okay.
got to take your time with it. You can't rush it. You know, and the person that won first place, like he definitely deserved it. You know, but to go from first to not even being recognized for real was like all right, I got to get back in the lab. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you up here, but you still got work to do. You know what I mean? So,
Was there a difference in the call outs too? The call
um,
outs,
far as like the what?
less call outs in that show, the bigger show, less call outs, or
Oh,
the size
yeah, I think
size of
there
the
was
call
probably
out.
about three or four call outs. It was a good show.
Okay.
It was a good show,
You
and
know,
yeah, I wasn't even in like the top 10.
that's a gut check though. That make you go to that next level. See the
Exactly.
reality of what you got to bring.
Uh huh.
So
Exactly. And that's what put
yeah,
the fuel in my back. Because after that, that's when, after the universe, that's when I'm like, all right, I could have got discouraged, but instead I'm like, all right, let's get back in the gym, do what we gotta do. And I went even bigger. That's when we went to the Arnold.
okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people never even make it there, man. It's still an accomplishment in itself.
Yep. Yep.
But but that's all I got for you, man. You got anything else you want to add? You want to tell people your platforms where they can reach you at?
Oh yeah, y'all can definitely check me out on all
Oh,
platforms. That's THEE _top male model. All right. You can check me out every Monday. I'm on Why Are You Here TV. That's Josh presents the Dancing Freaks. We also coming to a city near you. We got a tour coming up. You can go to AdonisTheEntertainer.com. Check out all my events I have coming up. All my platforms are also listed on there. I got the YouTube popping. But yeah, overall, I got everything on my Instagram. That's the main thing I use the most. I do use TikTok. I'm not as active when it comes to posting. I need to be more consistent with it, but I do go live on there pretty often. Well, especially when I'm training and stuff like that. So I can always do a Q&A. But definitely stay tuned. I'll be more consistent, doing more interviews, more talking, and things like that for everybody and bring y'all on.
I appreciate you, man. I always try to reach out to
Sure.
people that's in um, the industry is bodybuilding, and it's
Yes, sir.
interesting to see like what different places people come from and other talents they have with that. So, with that being said, man, I'm good. Everybody know you can reach me on YouTube at Manny's Fitness Fortress here, TikTok, and Facebook at Manny Brandon. So, appreciate your time, man. Hopefully, we can
Yes,
do this
sir, man.
again
Appreciate
soon.
you having me, big dog.
All right, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Don't
We
forget, give you
definitely
a
go to
chance. Stop by that Giant Fitness in Clementon. You get a chance. Blackwood.
Yeah.
It's you like isolateral everything, super equipment.
Okay.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
check him out. I'm gonna check out that Wolf one too.
yeah, definitely that one. I'm going back there myself to
Yeah.
shoot another body part. Yeah, we did what we do. We did back there. So I'm gonna shoot. I want to shoot legs there, and I definitely want to shoot probably chest because the equipment is just all awesome, arsenal, and just you can feel how good it's made
Yeah.
still.
Well,
Yeah.
well, hit me up. Let me know whenever you decide to go out there. If I know in advance that I ain't got nothing going on, I'll probably pop out there too. It's not too far from me.
Yeah, definitely. I'll hit you up like 3 weeks or whatever before I go.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
All right, all you guys who watch, I appreciate you. Make sure you get the word out. My man,
Yes,
will
sir.
follow him, follow me, tap in and support. All right.
Yep.
Catch you guys later. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.